The big story that is breaking this evening, the aviation regulator, that is the DGCA, has now accepted cash-strapped Go First plan to resume flight operations, but it comes with several conditions. The regulator has said that the airline can start the sale of tickets, but only after the approval of its flight schedule. Danish is standing by with more details. Danish, it's not as if Go First is going to fly from tomorrow, but let's talk about what the DGCA has said. What are the conditions that Go First must comply with before it relaunches?
Well, in a big development for Go First, the Director General of Civil Aviation has approved the day plan, the resumption plan of Go First. As per the resumption plan that has been approved by DGCA, the Go First is allowed right now to fly over 100 flights per day using 15 aircraft. But all of this comes with the rider, as the Go First has to ensure a lot of compliances. They have to ensure the airworthiness of all the aircraft that they have. And the biggest catch in all of this resumption plan is the fact that DGCA has asked Go First to come out with a proper financial plan, and plus Go First also has to give certain details about the pilots that are available for the aircraft and the engineers that are available, and similarly what is the status of the cabin crew that is there. So they need to provide a lot of more information to the DGCA. But as of now, there's not one particular date when we can expect Go First to resume operations, but they now have to again go back to DGCA. They have to give them a proper flight plan. Then only they can start the new ticket sales, as well as they can resume the operations. And DGCA has also given this condition to Go First that whatever outcome of the resumption plan may be, but it will all be synchronized with whatever order the Delhi High Court passes. Because right now, if we see, the Go First is currently caught with a lot of regulatory hurdles. Right now, we are seeing that there are a few matters that are going on in the NCLT as well as in the Delhi High Court. So once a green signal is given from the courts, then Go First will come out with a particular date when we will see that Go First will be resuming its flight operations. But all in all, if we see in a big development and in a breather for Go First, DGCA has approved the resumption plan of the airline.
All right, Danish, appreciate you joining us. Joining us now is M.R. Sivaraman, the former Director General of Civil Aviation. Mr. Sivaraman, many thanks for joining us. Well, this is a significant step for Go First. As I pointed out, there is still a distance before we can see the airline restart its operations. But with the DGCA saying, all right, the flight plan is approved subject to conditions, what do you make of the development?
See, according to the condition that has been narrated just now, it seems that the Go Air has got a long way to go before they are able to fulfill all those conditions. The second most important thing is, what have they done about the engines that they may require? Suppose one engine fails somewhere, or the aircraft is grounded for some reason or the other. Do they have enough spare parts from Pratt & Whitney company by which they can assure themselves that no aircraft will be grounded for engine problems? That is something which the DGCA would have definitely looked into, and whether they have put it as a condition, I do not know, because there's a global problem which Pratt & Whitney was facing with all its clients. So this is something which they have to ensure. Secondly, as far as the pilots are concerned, because the old pilots will be coming back into service again, they may have to be retrained again in the same aircraft for which they had been trained, because they would have been on ground for some time, and now this is the monsoon season. So during monsoon season, they had to be given monsoon checks, whether the DGC is ready through its flight inspection directorate to give them the monsoon checks. So while the Go Air is getting ready all these the conditions, agreeing to all these conditions, they could as well call their pilots to duty and ask the DGCA to give them the monsoon checks or retraining, so that they are ready to fly the aircraft when they are given the full permission by the DGC.
Yes, Mr. Sivaraman, you're absolutely right in pointing out that it is still a distance away. And we do need to, of course, as the DGCA is also pointing out, we do need to see what happens both at the NCLT as well as the Delhi High Court, and the question of funding, because that is going to be crucial as well to this revival plan.
Yeah, funding is very important. Probably they would have tied up funding, or they may be even putting in the promoters' contribution towards reviving the airline. But what I am worried is when they are bringing in the pilots, whether they are ready to fly the aircraft in the monsoon season. because usually before the monsoon season, the DGCA ensures that all pilots are given monsoon checks so that they are able to land during heavy weather conditions or fly during heavy weather conditions. This is something the DGCA will have to ensure, and the Go Air people will have to be given this instruction that they should recall the pilots whomsoever they want, but they should be given retraining and they should be given proper monsoon checks by the Flight Inspection Directorate of the DGCA.
Yes, that is going to be crucial. We've also seen that many Go First pilots have in fact decided to opt out and move to other airlines given the predicament that the airline finds itself in. But we will wait to see how this story continues to develop from here on. Mr. Sivaraman, many thanks for joining us here on CNBC-TV18 with your quick thoughts on the developments that have happened at the DGCA today with respect to Go First is restarting its operations. Up next, the business of Barbie. We explain why the makers of the movie, which releases today, spent $100 million just on marketing.